In 2024, Sergio Perez finds himself on thin ice as his contract ends and his replacement by Hamilton has surfaced. The idyllic relationship at Ferrari is facing turbulence, knowing that their collaboration beyond the current season is over. So the new contender, aptly named the Smooth Operator, has entered the scene, joining an exclusive group of drivers vying for Perez's coveted spot at Red Bull. The question lingering in the air is whether this speculation will materialize into reality, and if so, how it will send ripples through the entire grid during the silly season in the driver's market. Perez, despite possessing formidable skills, has been labeled as one of the most underperforming drivers given the machinery at his disposal. It wasn't until the penultimate race in Vegas that he secured the second spot in the Drivers' Championship, trailing behind Max Verstappen, who effortlessly maintained a substantial points lead. The turning point occurred at the Miami GP, where Perez faced a downturn, and subsequent races saw him struggle to qualify for Q3 in 5 consecutive attempts. His podium presence was limited to just one appearance in Austria, the home race of his team. Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari sparks intrigue, leaving fans and pundits alike to ponder the potential repercussions on the silly season and the broader dynamics of the driver's market. Rumors have been swirling for quite some time regarding the potential replacement of Sergio Perez. However, Red Bull has unequivocally quashed these speculations by affirming that he will continue as the driver alongside Max Verstappen in 2024. Despite this reassurance, the team has made it clear that once Perez's tenure concludes, they will actively be on the lookout for the next standout talent in the driver's market. Fortuitously for Red Bull, a notable name has emerged on their radar. The only driver besides the Red Bull pair to secure a race victory in 2023. This driver is known for devising unique strategies, especially in the face of Ferrari's perceived inefficiencies in orchestrating successful plans for their own cars. We know that Ferrari will not offer Sainz any extension to his contract, having signed Lewis Hamilton. Red Bull finds itself in a quest for a formidable driver, especially considering the impending changes in regulations in 2026. As Audi makes substantial waves in the market, Perez may seek a stronger alliance that satisfies his competitive ambitions, adding an additional layer of intrigue to the evolving landscape of the Formula One drivers' market. Taking on the challenge of competing against Max Verstappen is undeniably a formidable task, but it's a road that Carlos Sainz has traversed before. The journey began in 2015 when he entered Formula One as a rookie with Toro Rosso. Despite occasional setbacks, such as losing control of the car and making errors, Sainz has proven himself as one of the grid's top drivers. His track record includes memorable races in Monaco and Silverstone in 2022, where his strategic prowess led to a second-place finish and his first career win, respectively. However, notable incidents, like the one in Australia, where a mistake cost him not just a podium, but any points, have also marked his journey. Sainz's ability to craft and execute unique race strategies stands out, showcasing his impressive skills. Yet, as Sainz evaluates his future, questions arise about the worthiness of fighting for a team that occasionally disappoints. Team dynamics, including occasional shade thrown by team bosses toward drivers as culprits for subpar performance, add complexity to the situation. Furthermore, whispers of preferential treatment within Ferrari surface, with Charles Leclerc reportedly securing a long-term deal until 2029, we know that Sainz will not receive any extension, ending his contract after 2024. Sainz has expressed his desire to know his racing destination for the following season before commencing the current one. Rumors from Gazzetta dello Sport, an esteemed Italian media outlet, suggest that the replacement for Perez might indeed be the Smooth Operator, adding an intriguing layer to the unfolding narrative. Considering their history as former teammates, the prospect of Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris reuniting at Red Bull adds an intriguing dimension. At the age of 30, Sainz should find it relatively straightforward to adapt to the stardom that Red Bull could offer him. Returning to McLaren might not align with Sainz's current trajectory, given the long-term commitment and plan he has had with his current team. The possibility of Lando Norris making a surprise move to Audi, should he choose not to stay with McLaren, also looms on the horizon. Notably, Audi is keen on having Sainz on their roster. thanks in part to Andrea Seidel, Audi's CEO and former McLaren team principal, who shares a special connection with the duo of Sainz and Norris. However, the lure of joining the premier team on the grid, Red Bull, over a startup like Audi, which would need considerable time to compete at the front, makes the choice apparent. McLaren, having made significant progress, finds itself in a similar position as in 2020 when they finished third. It was during this period that Sainz received a call from one of the most legendary teams, prompting him to make a pivotal decision. The unfolding dynamics hint at the intricacies of driver movements, team strategies, and the ever-evolving landscape of Formula One. The situation surrounding Lando Norris's potential move is shrouded in uncertainty, leaving it unclear whether he would align with the unfolding dynamics. Adding to the complexity, Red Bull is expressing a keen interest in securing Norris. His stance on the matter is clear. He intends to stay with McLaren until 2025, anticipating the team's ability to craft a championship-winning car by then. However, if McLaren falls short of this goal, it could pose a significant challenge for Norris and the team. Carlos Sainz is not the sole focus for Red Bull, as Daniel Ricciardo emerges as another contender. Ricciardo's contributions helped them secure an 8th-place finish in the Constructors' Championship, narrowly missing out on challenging Williams for 7th. In 2024, with the introduction of new parts borrowed from Red Bull, Toro Rosso is anticipated to compete more fiercely for points. Rumors suggest that Ricciardo's mission may involve elevating them to the midfield, positioning himself for a spot at Red Bull from 2025 onwards. Such a move would align with Red Bull's commitment to retire the Australian driver alongside Verstappen, reminiscent of their successful partnership in the past. In the realm of Formula One, where opportunities like those presented to Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris are rare and fleeting, Red Bull's commitment holds significant weight. Deviating from their promise wouldn't be unprecedented or the most egregious occurrence in this demanding sport. However, it's a plausible move Red Bull might make if the chance arises to secure one of the renowned superstars in the field. This inclination aligns with the desires of Liberty Media and the new leadership at Red Bull F1 Racing, who envision having two highly competitive drivers at the forefront of the grid. Despite the unconventional nature of having an alpha male driver poised to dominate the grid in the coming years, the reality of the sport dictates the need for a strong supporting cast. The performance gap between Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen is stark, highlighting the Mexican driver's struggle to meet the standard expected from a Red Bull driver. As other teams are anticipated to close the gap to Red Bull, particularly in 2024 and beyond, the need for a formidable second driver becomes increasingly evident. This driver should not only challenge Verstappen, but also ensure consistent podium finishes for the team. Whether Carlos Sainz will be the chosen one remains uncertain, but the signs suggest a promising outlook.